Today, October 7th, is a very emotional day for Jews around the world and all of humanity. Why? Because October 7th marks the second anniversary of Hamas' brutal massacre of over 1,200 innocent men, women, and children, the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Today's real story. Certain legacy media outlets are using this day to push their own narrative. Case in point, USA Today. If you logged on to its app or website at 8 a.m. this morning, here is what you saw. A big, glaring headline. 2 years of war in Gaza, visualizing destruction since October 7th. The subheadline, Gaza is unrecognizable. 2 years of the Israeli-Hamas war transformed the Palestinian coastline. And here's another USA Today headline. See the toll in Gaza after 2 years of war. First, a warning. This story contains graphic images. Makes sense. Some of the more disturbing images I've ever seen with my own two eyes were from the October 7th attack, except there is one problem. None of these pictures were from October 7th. They were all the devastation in Gaza. Here's why this is such an absolute, unmitigated disgrace. Is that what October 7th is about? October 7th is about what happened when Israel was invaded. These stories aren't about the horrors Hamas committed on October 7th. Except for some of the small print, there's no mention of the unprovoked attack on Israel. Did the war officially begin on October 7th? Yes, it did. Hamas started a war and Israel immediately retaliated. Anyone with half a brain could predict that Israel was going to retaliate. Hamas knew when it attacked Israel and went back into the Gaza Strip and hid at hospitals, schools, and in civilian areas that they were going to draw fire to the Palestinian civilians. They knew exactly what was going to happen, and they did it anyway. It wasn't until October 13th that the full scale of the war really began, when Israel told residents of Gaza City, evacuate and move south. Evacuate and move south. And IDF troops moved into the Gaza Strip. USA Today editors may argue that the October 7th attack is in the past, but the war is continuing right now, and that's why the headlines are as they are. Well, if that's the case, then let's focus on the fact that Israel is still fighting a seven-front war against the Iranian regime and its terror proxies Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, and there are still 48 hostages being held, including 2 Americans. Oh, and it's not just USA Today. Look at this MSNBC lead headline. Netanyahu is at risk of missing a crucial window of opportunity to free the hostages. No mention of the October 7th anniversary. And this ABC News one. A giant image of the destruction in Gaza and a headline about satellite images of the destruction in Gaza. Only CBS got it right with their headline. Quote, Israel mourns 2 years after Hamas attack as Gaza war grinds on, with a big photo of the site of the massacre. The real story? Technically, October 7th marks the start of the war. But October 7th is far more than that. It is the day one of the greatest evils of our time took place. On September 11th, we remember the lives lost in the Twin Towers, not the war that followed. On December 7th, we remember Pearl Harbor, not the Pacific campaigns. And on October 7th, we must remember the men, women, and children massacred. We must remember it as the day innocent lives were slaughtered in one of the darkest acts of evil our generation has ever seen. Not just as the war that came after. And from where I sit, that will always be the real story. Wherever you're getting the real story, make sure you subscribe and follow. I'll see you tomorrow.